Excuse me. All right, hitting the record button now. Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, 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 hello. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Well, it was yesterday, but SummerSlam. SummerSlam. Nissan Stadium, Nashville, Tennessee. Um, Big show. Real big show. A lot going on. Some would say this is the quote unquote new era, which I don't really think that'll start till Monday, but I just think same era, different people. But yeah, SummerSlam tonight, a lot of things going on. A lot of big things and surprises here and there. But was it really different? We'll see. First off, let my two co-hosts introduce themselves today.
Yo, what's up? My name is Just J Rod. What's good?
Yes, this is Kyle, aka Straight Face 40. How y'all doing?
Yes, this is a very big show. This is SummerSlam. I think the show went at least like about what 3.5 hours. I think last night,
It didn't
if I'm
feel
not
like
mistaken. You said it didn't feel like it.
Not at all.
I think the main event kind of made it, go on a little bit longer. But apparently the time frame because it started at 7, and I think it went off at about almost 10:30. I think, or a little bit after 10:30. But SummerSlam nonetheless. But wow. Okay, where do we start here, huh? I did not watch the pre-show, which I'm glad I didn't because it wasn't a pre-show match. But right off the bat, Raw Women's title on the line. Bianca Belair versus David Bowie. Becky Lynch. Looks like David Bowie out there every time I see her now. I had no idea what her gear was supposed to be. But like I said, David Bowie. Very hot way to kick off the show. Nashville, a hot crowd. Very hot crowd. With a very strong opening to kick off the show. Obviously, I guess it's supposed to still play into the whole story of last year of Bianca losing in 20-something seconds at SummerSlam last year. I don't really understand why they need to do this match again. Bianca already got her comeuppance at WrestleMania a few months ago, so that really should have ended the story on there. But since we don't got really anybody else right now, we went with Becky again. And like I said, great match and whatnot, and Bianca retained, so I enjoyed it. Won with the KOD, but then right after, I guess they showed respect, with a handshake and a hug, and then the return started to come in. Bayley had came back, big pop, but Bayley did not come alone. Bayley brought in Dakota Kai, who was released from this company, I think about a few months ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess she was hired back now. Apparently they did. I've heard they said Vince did hire her back though. So apparently that is true. A lot of people thought that was a Triple H move, but apparently it was a Vince move. And they said Vince was in the back tonight. So a lot of people say he was still, in Gorilla, I guess. Also Io Shirai also came out there with him. I guess this may be a new team of faction, but the crowd was happy to see all three of them. And Bianca basically had to stare down with all three of them until, I guess this was a face turn for Becky now. And, having Bianca's back right there as they did stare down before Bayley and them got out of the ring and left. So thoughts on that?
Well, I I felt like everybody wanted Becky to be a face anyway. So with that face turn, they were just doing what the fans wanted anyway. They didn't want to boo Becky for the jump. They just started doing it because they like Becky. So they felt like they just showed respect, to her heel character by booing her. But nobody really wanted to boo Becky throughout this whole run. But I like I told you last night, I didn't see this match. I came back when I came in. I just saw Bailey sitting there right next to Dakota Kai, and I saw Io. I popped hard when I saw all of them, and I like all I could think of was the women's division just took another step higher. When you add those three, Uh, man, I wish I would have just saw the match and everything, but I woke up too late this morning, and I have to get ready for this. So I just hear from y'all how the match was and how y'all liked it, how y'all liked the match. But yeah, I really like the E3 returns. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
Drop.
Oh man, I definitely think Becky Lynch looked like David Bowie. She looks like Black Star for sure. Um, but other than that, the match was again great match. Expected her to win, and I didn't expect the Becky face turn. I'm happy it happened. I was one of them that cheered while Becky was like a heel still. I liked the heel Becky Lynch too. She reminded me of Conor McGregor. Um, what else? Yeah, seeing Bailey and them come back, that was fun. That was hella cool. I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, I wonder what it'll become. Hopefully, it becomes like something really real deal, a real challenge to Bianca because she needs one, like Bryce said. It was just overall a really good start to the show to me, definitely.
I feel like this 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 heel sable that Bailey had. I feel like it's a real. She needed something like this. You know what I'm saying? She had the two Hitchmans with her, and those two Hitchmans are legit. You know, legit stars themselves. They could break off and be stars themselves after this group. So I could like, man, I really like this. This was the group that she pitched to Vince. Vince had shut it down though. He ain't like it. He was like, fuck it. You know, he wasn't really feeling it.
Man, well, I'm glad it's happening now. Honestly,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
that
because
would be cool.
yeah,
And
this
honestly,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and honestly, I thought what I really thought was gonna happen was that Bailey was gonna face off on Bianca and Becky. That's a lot of B's. And I thought Becky was gonna like front like she was about to make a face turn, and then like hug it out with Bailey and be like, "Oh, you motherfuckers thought I was gonna team up with Bianca." No, teaming up with Bailey, we about to start like a our own little faction type situation. But no, it was like Becky making a face turn, which is also still like a great move. Either way, to me, it would have went well if she would have stayed face. I mean, if she would have stayed heel or went face. To me, I would have been happy with either one. I'm happy she went face because now, again, like you said, the crowd can cheer like they want to. Again, I was cheering when she was a heel anyway. Like she was just like she's good at whichever one she does. It seems to me. But yeah, yeah, I think this is gonna like be the start of something cool. I wonder what Monday is gonna bring.
Yes, because Bailey, like I said, really great to see Bailey back. Bailey's been gone for about basically over. Bailey got hurt right before the fans came back, I believe. Yeah, literally right before the fans came back. You know, that's that's when she got hurt, had a torn, I believe, a torn ACL, and was gone for a very long time. So this is what the division needs a shot in the arm right now, and having Bailey and Dakota Kai. Like I said, Dakota Kai, I believe, was released back in April, kind of a little bit after WrestleMania, and Io Shirai hadn't been seen since whatever the last, what was it, the NXT net. Well, I can't say takeover. Well, shit, it may probably be going back to takeover soon enough. But yeah, Io hadn't been seen in that time, so this can work. And as Kyle said, both Io and Dakota Kai could be stars on their own, especially Io, because Io was literally the shit down there in NXT. Before before the black and gold thing was over and whatnot. So this can work. Something like I said, the crowd was happy to see all three of them. Dakota Kai was hired back by the company. And I know I'll probably speak on this later, but I've said before, do not be surprised if a lot of these black and gold guys end up coming back to the WWE and whatnot, since they were all of Triple H's guys and whatnot. So I feel like I'm expecting a lot of people to jump ship, but we'll talk about that later on in. But hot way of opening up the show in general. Um, Next, though, we had The Miz versus Logan Paul.
Love
Okay,
that shit.
it was good. Logan Paul. It took him a minute
Was
to
good.
it took him a minute to win over the crowd because they was not with him. But you know, they I think near the end that's when they started to get with him then. But Logan Paul using a lot of other people's moves from trying to do like the yes kicks, doing a phenomenal forearm out there. I know Ciampa and Maurice was out there, but they had sent Ciampa in the back, and AJ Styles, ended up fighting him over the barricade, which I think it's crazy that AJ Styles didn't even have a match on SummerSlam. That's insane for a reason.
What
Uh,
is Champa now? What is he doing?
he's with the Miz.
No, I'm
Yeah, he
saying
just a bit Hitchman.
is that like his thing now?
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, that's sad.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry,
he
I
will
cut
be
you
with
off.
him soon. It's cool, but I don't know how. I don't think Champ is gonna be there that long with the Miz. I think I'm not really sure, but I still think it's crazy that they even put Ciampa with the Miz in general. It's just one of those things that don't go with the other. But well, I guess this is still gonna continue on. We'll see what happens. Logan Paul putting Miz on the announce table and doing a big ass frog splash right through it, which was crazy. Yeah, that was insane, and the crowd loved it. But Paul got Miz back in the ring. Maurice tried to distract the referee and whatnot. Miz tried to take out Logan Paul from behind, but Paul got out the way and almost hit Maurice and whatnot, which Logan Paul ended up using Miz's finisher, the skull crushing finale, and winning the match. So Logan Paul went over here. I'm not really surprised. Like I said, it took him a minute to win over the crowd because last Monday he got the shit booed out of him on Monday. I'll tell you what, especially once they mention his brother and the fans was on Miz's side. But Logan Paul, like I said, I'm not surprised. This was a good match. I'm not surprised. Like I said, we talked about him before WrestleMania, and Logan Paul did a really good job, and he did some crazy shit out there too. So I enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I most definitely enjoyed the match. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, but I kind of figured that I was gonna see this because I saw him do this stuff at WrestleMania, you know. So I'm thinking to myself, like, we got probably gonna see more of the same thing what I saw at WrestleMania, and that was actually a good match right there. Miz played his part. Everybody played their part. They gave Logan Paul a lot of simple moves out there, except for the high fly move. But when it came down to the suplexes and the slams, little simple slams, side scoop slam, vertical suplex, simple stuff that you can't mess up. You can't mess up these moves. So I really like it. Um, I just wish they had just stopped treating my boy like this. Like Chopper ain't no motherfucking Hitchman.
Man,
We need to stop doing this stuff, man. What is y'all doing? I was really hoping that Chopper was gonna do to me is like, man, hit him on accident, not accident, hit him and cost him the match or something. I was hoping. I'm like, God damn, Chopper, screw the Miz, man. But I couldn't. I, I ain't get my wish. I didn't get my wish at all.
yeah, man, that motherfucker had a uniform on and shit. I'm like, you like,
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
like
like
you.
what was it, like the not lemon lime, but almost like a melon like type of colors they had out there.
yeah, and
Like
it
the
was weird because
Mountain Dew looking colors.
Yeah,
it was
Mountain Dew, like the Mountain Dew, like the watermelon version.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like, he dressing up like the Miz man. Oh, come on, man. Oh,
it
come
was
on,
like
Triple H, do something.
he was like a third wheel, It was
Yeah,
just like
like a
just
third
there.
wheel. Right.
No, I
But
I
agree. That was just weird to see because, like, I think about like the last because I don't again like I give you guys this is my point of view and a reason that he probably calls me in. I'm a very casual wrestling watcher. You know what I mean? So I haven't been keeping up with Ciampa, but I like last time I remember him, it was like him and Triple H before Triple H dipped, and they had like that moment, him getting called up, and it was just like, oh man, we know he's gonna do big shit, hopefully. And here we are. So yeah, I agree. I think, damn, I think now that there's a little bit of change in the office, maybe he will have that turn and finish doing what he was doing in his trajectory. But overall, this is one of my favorite matches of the night. Why? Because again, he put on a really good show. The crowd, the story, not even the story that they were telling in the ring, but the story of the crowd booing him to come out, and they have to pipe the little cheer noise over, and you're like, come on, we know they booing him. I could see the kid in the back covering his ears. But like the fact that they were cheering him by the end, and just like, again, Logan putting on a fun match. It's not like he was bad. It's not like he was stiff. It's not like he, you know what I mean? Him and Bad Bunny were, of the recent two celebrities to actually do matches have been really good. For them only doing like a few matches. Pat McAfee as well. And Miz, of course, just selling, well as he does. And yeah, just having a really fun match. And I think that Frog Splash was great. I was wondering, I'm like, all right, I'm sure they probably practiced at least the jump before the match. So I know he's probably gonna be able to make it. I'm like,
I don't know if you saw the. My bad. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I don't know if you saw the video package before the match. They was showing he was practicing before WrestleMania. Him and the Miz was in the ring, and he was doing that frog splash that he just did in the match. He
Really?
did that. Yeah, he was in that video package, and Miz was talking like, man, yeah, me and Logan Paul traded, woo, and then he jumped off the top rope. He was practicing that frog splash.
Man, for real. Because, man, I didn't know if he was going to make the distance at first, but he definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
He got some hang time. He got some hang time.
Yeah,
he's athletic as hell.
Well,
you can tell. He's super athletic. It's like, man, that boy can do stuff smooth.
Yeah, I could tell when he was doing high-flying shit in the ring before that frog splash. I'm like, damn, he's getting some good hang time when he's doing that, bitch. So, like, yeah, I think the frog splash, if they're going to make this a common finisher, I think Logan Paul should do the frog splash as a common finisher. I think I'm gonna say this shit in front of wrestling fans. I think he does it better than Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, he has it better than Dominic, but he don't do it better than Montez though. And Montez got the same moves.
I'm also put
Montez gets some hype.
I'm gonna also put this on tape. I think he does the best frog splash in frog splash history, not comparable to Eddie. I think Eddie's
because his height, the height he gets with it,
crazy.
It's crazy. So that I thought that a long time ago. I didn't want to vocalize it. Like, I love Eddie. Don't get me wrong. Eddie was one of my guys. But man, I think Montez took that frog splash. So I'm like, man, Montez is hype with it.
I may have to agree on that because he kind of do it better than Eddie and Van Dam because Van Dam
was my time.
What made Van Dam a little bit better? He could switch directions.
Yes.
It didn't matter how you were laying because he was gonna get you anyway. If you were gonna land in the diagonal position, he was just gonna turn his body in the air and hit you with a diagonal. Yes. And I'm like, man, my God, Van Dam was a beast.
Van Dam, man, dude. But yeah, Montez definitely. We're gonna talk about him too. I think definitely best frog splash in frog splash history. Write it down.
Yeah.
That was some hype though. That was some crazy hype. But yeah, like I said, the match was good. Like I said, Logan Paul did end up winning the fans over near the end because they were just not with him for obvious reasons and whatnot. And I'm not gonna lie, I still think it's funny when they keep saying Logan Paul went toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather, which I just laugh every time I hear that. I'm like, you mean that was a sparring match for Floyd Mayweather, right?
He had a public sparring match with that man. That's about it.
I say, like, Floyd was giving him that work at that time. So, yeah, I would say it was he went toe to toe with him, no. But Logan Paul, he is signed on for more matches. I think they'll probably keep him for like, the bigger events and whatnot. I still wonder if this was the best idea in, bringing him in general, but I know he has a huge fan base, especially on YouTube. Will they cross over to watch him? We'll see. They did it for his whole prize fight, his prize fighting thing and whatnot. So, we shall see. So overall, it was a good match. Going into it, I didn't really have much care for it because it's like, why do I need to see this at SummerSlam? But no, it was good overall though. So it was a very enjoyable match, and I expected it to be a very good match. But next, I know they end up showing the maximum male model thing with the
Oh my goodness, that was I ain't gonna lie to you. I must have bust up laughing throughout the whole thing. Now, I'm gonna have to set the scenery for you. My boy had came over yesterday, so he he don't watch wrestling at all. He watched wrestling since the Attitude Era. So he sitting there watching SummerSlam with me. He enjoyed some of the matches. He enjoyed that Logan Paul match and everything. We get to that. He turned to me. What did this cut? I can't tell you, okay? I can't. I watch this every week, and I can't tell you what they doing, bro. He's like, man, they pour water on this. Man, look, bro, don't ask me these questions, man. I don't know. I don't know. Man, I can't tell you what they doing, man. He could not believe what he was seeing yesterday.
Yeah, they were trying. We're advertising pure life water, just basic water from the store.
Right? Is that a real advertisement?
Yeah, that's a real advertisement, bro. Real talk. It goes to the same category as when they would advertise the KFC chicken and stuff like that. They do their little silly little things that it's supposed to be for us wrestling fans, but I'm looking at this like, man, this is like the goofiest stuff I ever seen in my life, man. I wish I stopped doing stuff like this, but they not.
Honestly,
yeah, because go ahead, Drag. You go first.
I was gonna say I thought it was stupid, but it was funny stupid, so it worked.
It was funny stupid, right? It was one of those. It was one of those you couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, it was very like it reminded me of one of my favorite movies, so that's why I liked it. It reminded me of Zoolander. So like that's the vibe I was getting from it, and I thought that was funny. Secondly, man, stop putting Mason all these stupid ass gimmicks. He is a huge dude. Like you see how big that motherfucker is? Like, dude,
But
man,
and then they don't see that he willing to do anything, and he willing to go over and beyond with it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He willing to do this. So why y'all doing this to the man if he willing to take any gimmick and try to take it as far as he can? Because with this gimmick right here, he stands out more than Mansoor. He stands out more than them. They don't even talk, but he stands out more, not because of his height, because what he doing with the gimmick. I really think he trying to he stepping up every time. It's like Mansoor, he does a little modeling thing, but I think he goes a little bit further with the modeling thing. He got the makeup and the fingernails and all that stuff. So I really think he trying to make it work, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
This is good. This has like Jobber written all over it, and he Jobber. He needs to at least in the male level championship contention,
And I will say this because I know everybody was talking about the whole rumor with when Alex Max to free LA Knight. People said he was supposedly gone or he walked out on the gimmick, and that's why they brought in the other girl from NXT, Maxine Dupree and whatnot. I wasn't really following the whole story behind it. I guess I must didn't care that much because he had disappeared off TV one time and people thought he wasn't getting along with he wasn't going with the gimmick and just not getting along with Vince and Bruce Pritchard, but I guess that rumor is debunked now, and he ended up showing back on SmackDown last Friday. So he's still in the gimmick. Some thought he was just going to go back to being LA Knight, which I wouldn't have mind and whatnot. But he's
yeah,
doing.
most definitely I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, but he's doing his best to get this gimmick over. And yes, it does look stupid, but they are trying. And now that they added the other girl to it, I wonder how far, because they keep using, what is the word they keep using a lot? Titillating the juices.
Boy.
Titillate the juices. That's the main thing they saying. So
we're going back to double entendres around here now. Now they use those type of language. Back in the day, they used to use something like that. I be looking like, man, look, if you don't think we know what you're talking about, we know exactly what you mean, Vince.
Yeah, because they've been using it on SmackDown for the past few weeks, and Pat McAfee was saying it too, and he was doing his best to get it over. Also, like, I've titillated the juices, Cole, and whatnot. So I don't know how far this gimmick is gonna go, and whatnot, because like we got the swimwear, the sportswear, because like with, especially with Mansoor and Mace, because honestly, it's not like these two were really doing anything anyways. Mace was still in that, horrible retribution gimmick, and Mansoor was only there. The only time you ever see him is when he was for Saudi Arabia, and I think the last time he was on TV, I think he was going against Mustafa Ali, and that was kind of the last time we saw him until now. So we'll see how long this little maximum male model thing goes. They look like they putting a lot into it, but I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna last long, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but moving on to the next part of the show. Like the sun is going down, by the way. I can remember the show started in the daytime. Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. Bobby Lashley over as fuck.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And I still go with my friend Steven said, I know it ain't gonna happen, but man, I still think it would have been a great idea if they just did Bobby and Roman in the main event for the for the world title and whatnot, because Bobby is super over as a face right now. And basically this match was just straight up domination in a way, because it only went like almost 5 minutes, and Lashley won with the hurt lock, and Theory had immediately tapped out. So, like I said, it didn't go that long.
My bad.
Oh, what you want to say?
No, I was going to say, actually, there was like one of my favorite matches of the night, especially how it ended. That was a beautiful ending right there.
Oh
Theory
yeah,
thought he was on top, and then he came in with that roller. I think he was going to do that Rollins DDT. Came in, Bobby picked him up so smooth. Oh my God, that was just a smooth pickup off of that roll.
And got him into the hurt lock, and just won the match from there, and still retain a U.S. title. Because I said, like, man, they need to get this guy back in the world title picture. He's too over for this U.S. title right now. Because like face Lashley is just definitely working.
Where you gonna put him at though? How you gonna get him there? After Drew?
That may be the case. I think
that's another month from now.
Yeah, because the whole Clash of the Castle thing don't really happen till about Labor Day weekend, if I'm not mistaken, and stuff. So it probably will be after that, because like right now, Lashley's just like super, super over right now. Okay, so hopefully they get him back in the world title picture soon. But right now we already know it's not going to happen right now. But this is just some straight up domination from Lashley once again. And you still retain the U.S. title, and the people loved it.
Yeah, man, Bobby is gotta be like for like anybody on Raw right now. He has to be the most over person on Raw as we speak right now since Cody been out.
You may have a point.
Yeah.
Because since Cody been out, it's like I haven't seen nobody else who been more over than Bobby over there on Monday Night Raw, who get the same cheer. Probably, yeah. I mean, if you talk about women's division, of course, you got Bianca who get those type of cheers. Um, you know, Becky would, if she a face, like let's just say tomorrow she comes out, she gonna get a big pop.
I would say
Yeah,
Riddle pretty. I would say Riddle pretty.
Riddle get those type of cheers too. He got a big pop last night. But I think Lashley is more over than Riddle.
You might be right because
Yeah, that's the point.
Like every time you shaking hands with the fans going crazy. Yeah, you might be right.
Man, I saw niggas in the crowd jumping in the air, like jumping, like yeah, Bobby. I'm like, my goodness, man, yes, Bobby is over, man. They were jumping in the crowd. It was crazy. That was one of the biggest pop last night. Next to Bailey's, of course. Bailey had the biggest pop.
Yeah, and I was expecting that she was coming back. Everybody knew she was kind of ready.
Oh yeah, it had to happen because I said it's got to be at SummerSlam or after SummerSlam with her coming back. Because at first I was gonna say Mania, but I'm like, since it was after Mania, I'm like, they'll wait till SummerSlam.
She was healed a few months ago. She just wanted to make sure that ACL was decent. You know what I'm saying? Because the ACL injury is a mug. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those injuries that have you still scared to even do moves and stuff off that same foot.
Oh, for real.
That's true. That's definitely true. So it takes time to heal the knee up and whatnot. But overall, like I said, quick match. Lashley wins as expected. Moving on, Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest for some reason kind of dresses like Taker for some reason. With Rhea Ripley going against Ray and Dominic Mysterio in a no DQ tag team match, which really honestly looked like a basic tag team match.
Match, right?
Yeah, this was not a no DQ until the end. It was, but
until the end, right?
Seriously, I was waiting for Rhea to do something.
Match, honestly, and it wasn't bad. I think I've seen enough from this Judgment Day thing. Honestly, I don't even know how long this Judgment Day thing is gonna keep going, which I think it will probably go a little bit longer since Edge end up coming back, especially later on in the match once Balor and them try to do the concerto. Edge was gonna, Edge basically had his Brood entrance, his Super Brood, which we all knew was Edge in all these videos that's been playing for the past few weeks with all the past WWE stuff.
Only time I got fooled, my bad. Like, only time I got fooled was the very first time I saw the vignette. Yeah, I thought it was somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But as I kept going, as they kept on going with new vignettes every week, I'm like, everyone just kept on just screaming Edge. Okay, that gonna be Edge. The only time I really was fooled was the very first one. The very first one, I had to keep watching it over and over and over again to see if I could pick up on the clues. But once I picked up on the clues, I was just waiting for the man to come back. That's all.
Oh yeah, like it was obvious it was gonna be Edge coming back, and he had a Super Brood entrance, with the red jacket and all the fire and stuff. Some people thought like the Michael Jackson beat it jacket out there. I thought that was pretty funny, but Edge coming out there doing the spear and everything. The Mysterios hitting the 619 on Balor for the win. So I kind of expected Ray and them to win anyways, and Edge, to come out and help get. Technically, it was a 3-on-2 and whatnot. Like I said, this was a no DQ tag team match when it didn't really feel like one. And with Ray and them, because they did the whole 20th anniversary thing last Monday, which I still think it's kind of funny that they tried to kidnap Dominic and whatnot, and everybody's just kind of standing there, not doing nothing. All these people, and they put Ray through the table, I still think the funniest part, somebody walks up and they still holding their champagne glass when Ray already got put through the table. Sorry, like you go
I
back.
can't let this drink go, man. I can't let this drink. But how you doing, man? You good? You good, fam? It's like, nah, bro, that was stupid.
People there
That
and
was
know
so
they come
bad.
to help Ray. Y'all gonna let y'all gonna let Ripley beat up Dominic and get him kidnapped? His own sister couldn't even save him. And it's like, wait, it's like 20 of y'all, and y'all,
I think this.
you
I
know,
think this
I'm sorry.
match. Oh, my bad, Bryce.
No, the last thing I was gonna say. Sorry, I was checking the message real quick, but nah, I just think it's kind of funny that they just held the glassware while he got put through the table. And one other funny thing I saw somebody put online: Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah gets custody of Buddy Murphy. I
I
thought that
think
was
this
kind of funny.
match. I think the people, the audience would kind of into this match. Don't get me wrong; they were showing some type of interest because everybody liked Finn, everybody loved Ray, so they was showing some type of interest in this match. But I really think everybody was just waiting for what's going to happen. You know, they were either waiting for Edge's return or let's see if Dominic going to make a heel turn. They were trying to see what's going on. I don't think they were really they really wanted to, I mean, they were really looking forward to the result of the match. If somebody gonna win or lose. They were just ready for who was gonna interfere, who did Dominic if Dominic gonna make a turn or not. I really wasn't into this match either. You get what I'm saying? I was into it, but I was just trying to wait for the magic, like what's gonna happen. And then once Edge came out, I wanted to say one thing about Edge interest. Those stairs, how long those stairs were just standing there? And nobody else, and who was sitting right by those stairs, nobody was thinking like, man, why these stairs that don't go nowhere is just standing here? Like I just felt like you could have used the entrance. You know, you could have used the entrance for that. You ain't have to use a random flight of stairs just to stand there for this man to come up and come down the stairs. It just made it look convoluted to me.
Yeah, just to be like the Brood again.
Then they should have just came out the entrance. If that's the case, the random flight of stairs just sitting here. I like, but hey, it was an okay match. It was all right. It wasn't really too bad. Ray hit all his moves. You know, everybody looked good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. This was all about Edge coming back.
Yeah.
It was good, but I did want Dominic to turn heel. I want everybody to turn heel.
I definitely agree with you, boy.
People thought that was gonna happen last Monday.
Yeah, I thought it was
right. I thought it was gonna happen last Monday.
I literally thought it was gonna happen tonight. I thought it was gonna be like boom boom, like midway through not midway through the match, but like I felt like I knew Edge was coming back because the vignette was like right before the match, like a match or so before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, cool, Edge is coming back tonight. And yeah, so I'm thinking Edge is gonna come back. Ray, and they're gonna fight them off, and then Dominic, thinking that he was gonna do a 619 with Ray, was gonna actually stop him and like either like low blow him or something, like something that would turn the edges where it would be Ray and Edge versus the Judgment Day.
And I was just about to say the way you booking it is how I probably would have thought it too. It's like Ray gets stopped doing the 619, they all jumping on and stuff, and then Ed come back and do his little long ass entrance. Then he comes out, then he helped Ray and everything. And then the match probably you could, like I said, nobody cared about the result of the match. You could have used that match as a no contest. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody really cared about the result of that match. They just really wanted to know if those vignettes was Edge, and they got the answer.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. So yeah, basically, Edge came back, and that was the answer after all the videos and whatnot. And let's remember, this match was added at the last second, anyways, from Monday, so it was kind of like a last minute thing. But this was just to insert Edge's return, and which I probably think it'll be another tag match somehow against the Judgment Day soon enough, since they end up kicking Edge out of his own group and whatnot. So, overall, it was good, but all of this was just about Edge coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, overall, it was okay. Next we had Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Pat McAfee having a whole choir out there to sing "Bum Ass Corbin, Bum Ass Corbin."
That was, man. I thought he was gonna come out to that Seven Nation Army again. Oh, I wanted him to come out to that Seven Nation Army again, man.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was dope. They probably couldn't. Well, I'm sure they could have paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have paid for it. Did they wanted to?
This was good. Like I said, Pat McAfee, he impresses.
Yeah.
Even though the finish looked kind of sloppy, this was still good. That sunset flip, oof, he got it, but he got it
didn't
look good.
Remember the other part when he tried to do that little Kurt Angle run up the ropes, and he kind of flipped it.
Yeah.
Man, but he recovered so nicely though. He bounced off his knees right back on his feet on the middle rope. I was like, whoa, okay, Pat.
That was a recovery.
Yes, it was. But
it was.
Man, Barry Corbin, a good opponent for Pat McAfee. You know what I'm saying? A safe opponent, make everything look smooth, and that's the reason why they put Corbin in these type of situations. When we need if we need a new star to be over, to put over, all right, Corbin, can you go out there and put over this guy? We need a celebrity match. Hey, Corbin, go put over this guy. It's like I think that's what Corbin main place is right now in the WWE. Him and Miz, they get so much natural heat that you could put anybody against them, and that person will look like the ultimate babyface going against against the Miz and Baron Corbin. So I really think like that was just a good match, a decent little match. We saw most of this from Pat McAfee for his other matches against Cole, against Austin Theory at WrestleMania. So we wasn't expecting no bad match going into yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it was gonna be good. One thing I noticed, during commentary, I know they had Corey Graves out there, because Graves said, Cole, I like you when you didn't have an opinion. Well, things have changed these days.
I peeped that actually. Yeah.
Man, they just God damn, man, look. That was a good line. I ain't even know he said it. That was a good line right there. When you had everything going into your ears, basically, and people yelling in your ear constantly. You ain't got that person in your ears no more, do you?
Just go out there and say anything now. So I said, yeah, a lot of things have changed now. I'm like, all right, I peeped that. I peeped that there. So okay. I noticed that. So that was a pretty good line. But yeah, overall, this was good. Pat got the win. Sloppy finish, but hey, he still got it at the end of the day. So Pat is definitely good in the ring. So I got nothing really bad to say about it. It was good. It was what it was, and Pat got the win. Next, Drew McIntyre came out there with his sword. Basically talked about how he beat Sheamus on Friday, and how whoever wins the main event tonight, he will go to Clash at the Castle and face them for the title. And funny, he asked some kid like, "You, kid, it'll be the first time ever in front of a fan that he will see this," or something, he said. So, Drew, we already know he's going to Clash at the Castle. Next, the tag team titles on the line. the Street Profits versus the Usos. Jeff Jarrett is a special guest referee. Huge weekend for Jeff Jarrett right now, being on SummerSlam. And later on tonight, he will be in Ric Flair's final match. Him and Jay Lethal versus Ric Flair and Andrade, which in a way I don't really think this will be his last match, to be honest. But Jeff Jarrett got a lot going on for him right now.
It better be. It better be. No, look, no joking around. Look. I would love. Hey, Rick. I'm gonna see this last match of yours, and I hope you sit your ass down.
Man,
like for real, B.
It's over.
It's over, right? It's over. Look, you are.
You can't let go of the juice.
But you are anybody Mount Rushmore of the greatest wrestlers that ever set foot in the ring. You are Mount Rushmore. If you not, that person got a serious problem, or if that man only was born in 2008 or something and never seen a Ric Flair match in his life. But you are anybody Mount Rushmore of the greatest wrestler. You don't have nothing to prove, my guy. You don't. Like that's what I'm looking at. Like you don't have nothing to prove, Rick. You don't. Let him go ahead and do this.
I'm surprised this has been happening. And it's a pretty good card for the rest of the show to what I've seen.
I've seen the card. The card is decent.
Yeah, later on tonight, but it's a good thing they put him in a tag team match because a lot of people thought he was just gonna go one-on-one with somebody. And listen, I've seen the videos they've been putting out with him getting beat up in the parking lot by Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal out there.
And they're making it seem like it's a real deal situation.
So you like,
right, like we don't know these guys are the bestest friends outside this goddamn ring.
I always hated your dad. I always hated your dad. And then Jarrett starts beating him with a shoe. He's like, fuck you. Just beating the hell out of him and stuff. So I'm not surprised. A tag match, Flair, he gets to team up with his son-in-law right now, Andrade. So Rick will be okay. He's got some big professionals out there. So you got Lethal. Come on, Lethal was training with him. Lethal was training with him. So, I know a lot of people don't want to see this, but I'm like, well, let's see what he does tonight. Okay, I want to see what happens tonight. So, like I said, Jeff Jarrett's got a pretty big weekend right now for him. Cause if you watch him in Ric Flair's final match, we already know and they're not going to mention that, but yeah, Jeff Jarrett's got a lot going on for him right now, being a special guest referee. But the Street Profits having the Tennessee Titans cheerleaders lead them to the ring. Honestly, this match,
it was good, but it wasn't better than the Money in the Bank.
That's what I was about to say. It was mid. The Money in the Bank one was way better. Okay,
it just had more feeling because Montez put that feeling, like especially that part where he like, man, I know we in Nashville. I'll get away. I'll find a way anyway, partner. I'm like, oh shit, man, I love this. I love this man right here. This man break this team up anytime he wants to. I don't care. As long as we make that man into a star.
Oh yeah, I think he could be a big single star. I know that's been said for a while now. People say he can be a single. Hell, The Rock said this guy's a future world champion and whatnot. So like I see it in Ford when he breaks out on the mic half the time because even Friday when he was out there talking, like they was laying it in like, hey yo, if I hit Jimmy so hard, he gonna go back to wearing face paint.
Oh man, that was funny. I know the Usos are happy that they not wearing that face paint no more because this is a nice little run that they went on.
Great run.
Yeah, it's very great. Man, I definitely agree with you.
I feel like Montez definitely needs to go solo. I'm not sure who needs to make the heel turn though. They both have.
He will.
But that's the thing. I think he will too. But I can also see good case for Dawkins.
You want another jealousy angle again?
It could be.
Possible.
Yeah. Go back to the old drawing board and get him go back to the jealousy angle because it's already with there. You could get that, to be honest with you, because then you hear Angelo Dawkins a couple of weeks ago, he was getting pissed at people talking about that he won't be the star, he won't be a star, and Montez will be a star. He kind of got his feelings a little bit a couple of weeks ago. So you could draw off of that. You could draw off of that. But here's the thing: when Montez decide he wanted, to dip away from Angelo Dawkins like that.
True.
That's true. Because it could be a possibility they may break up. I actually thought they were gonna win the tag team titles tonight, but I feel like after that frog splash, you see Montez kind of getting pissed off then and whatnot. Usos basically just kind of got the upper hand and throwing him over the barricade and just hitting the big splash onto Dawkins and getting the win right here. And they still never retain the tag team titles. So yeah, like I said, it could be they could break up, but they could be trying to put forward as a single star because you can see him getting frustrated out there. Jeff Jarrett, he didn't really lay that much of a how can I say, a big factor into the match. He just basically called it down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I
He
say, he
was
didn't play
more
much.
of like a physical enforcer. You get what I'm saying? In the parts of the match where they were going over the 5 count, he'd pull him off. I said 5. That means you stop. I'm like, oh, okay. Regular referee can't get that physical with you unless your name was Earl Hebner back in the day. But the regular referee nowadays ain't getting that physical with you.
Nah, for real.
That's true. But like I said, it was a good match. I still think that Money in the Bank one was way better. So
yeah, it was. It was.
I think this will lead into something, especially with the Street
It
Profits
should.
now.
It should. It should.
So
You talking about another match?
No, I don't think it'll be another match. No.
No. I'm about to say y'all lost twice already.
Sure, they probably they're trying to push. I think they Raiders towards the titles next. Yeah, Vicious, by the way. So that may be their next opponents. Maybe, I'm not sure. Nope.
No, I was waiting to see if Gerard was gonna say something.
Oh shit, for sure. Yeah.
You got anything else to add on to this?
As far as the match, no. I wanted Montez and them to win. But I also kind of see why the Usos won, just to continue the bloodline shit.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I did want them to win at least one more time before they did split.
Yeah, because I thought they were going to get the titles, but apparently not. The Usos' reign continues. What else did they go to? I know they went to Kid Rock because I guess he made the theme song, and a lot of people said, "Why is he sitting next to a well out there, making out with it?" You saw they had to black the screen out when he put the middle fingers up because they said, "Why is he making out with this whale out here?" Whoever he was with.
Hey, man, let him do his thing. That's what he want. Hey, let him do his thing.
I know
we all know Kid Rock could go out there and go pull the baddie if he wanted to. But hey, that's what he want. Hey,
Yeah, he's rich, so hey, let him do what he wants.
That nigga Kid Rock look like a Newport cigarette come to life. Let's be real.
When he got the dope, you know what I'm saying?
He got the money.
And that's what I was saying. Like, man, we know he could go out there with the money he got. He could go out there and go pull up a baddie if he wanted to. But he wanted to go. That's what he wanted. Hey, shit, it ain't my cup of tea. Wait.
Let him do him. Let him do him.
I saw Shorty in a few memes. I think she like on YouTube or something.
Oh, she on YouTube?
I want to say.
Oh, probably so because man, that was looking like that was the weirdest shit of the whole night. Real talk. I was like, my face was like, what the hell are you doing? Never mind.
You're like,
No,
hey,
man.
just let him do him. Like you said, not my cup of tea, but I'm like, all right, dude, hey, do you? You can pull whatever you want. So like let the man do
She
him.
look like Honey. You know who she look like? She look like Honey Boo Boo Mama. That's who
I was gonna say that. I swear to God, I was about to say that.
she looked like Honey Boo Boo Mama. That's who she looked like. And I kept on looking at her like, man, she looked just like her mama.
So yeah, I thought that too. But yeah, moving on from that, Matt Riddle ended up getting in the ring. His match was canceled against Seth. Well, postponed, I guess, to Clash of the Castle. But he said he wanted to fight, Seth right now. He always said, Randy always said, don't take crap from anybody. So he ended up calling Seth out. A bunch of security, referees, and Adam Pearce coming out then. Going up the aisle and stuff, which back in the ring, and Seth Rollins took him out and hit him with a curb stomp, and basically headed back to the back then.
Oh, this is the stupidest that Matt Riddle ever looked at to me. I'm sorry. This is not no valid baby face. Oh, I will call you out. Even though I'm injured, I know one false move could put me right back in the hospital, but I'm still gonna call you out. All right, cool. You better do something then. All right, with Seth get out there, they brawling for a little while, and then Seth just get the upper hand on him and sample. I'm like, oh, come on, now. Come on. This is the weakest I see Riddle. Y'all got this man
They
looking
basically
like a
pushed.
straight pussy out here.
They were just
Like,
pushing
man,
him.
he only had my bad, Brace. Let me tell you this one thing. He only had one time that he looked it like something over Seth. Every time Seth been whooping his ass. Like, man, when is he ever gonna get his comeuppance?
Apparently not at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I see that. And I see they probably go push it all the way to the Clash of the Castle. And I mean, no matter what, it's a draw. Everybody like both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, if this is something that go help Steph put a win under his belt on pay-per-view, all right, cool. But you still gonna have to have Riddle looking strong at least. At least one time Riddle do something to fuck this man up. But every time I see it, Seth been getting the upper hand.
I think it's just to put sympathy on Riddle, basically to get sympathy on him.
After a while, it ain't gonna be sympathy. It's gonna be like, man, come on, man, get your ass on. You keep on getting whooped by this nigga. Just move on. After a while, the sympathy just go, and I'll be like, I ain't got no more. To be honest with you, I ain't got no sympathy for the nigga no more. To be honest with you, that was a dumb move that he pulled yesterday. And whoever booked that, that was dumb. That was stupid.
Yeah, this didn't really need to be on there. I know they match got postponed. I'm like, did they really need these two out here?
No, they did it. They did it, but
They didn't need.
Hey, but hey guys, I gotta get off for a minute. So you guys have a good rest of y'all show, man. Everybody.
Yeah, we only got like 2 matches left to talk about, anyways.
Yeah, I gotta go get this little medicine prescription from Walgreens, and they close at 5, so I just gotta make sure I go now.
All right, Gerard. Thanks for coming on.
All right, boy.
Man, it was good talking. Peace out.
All right,
All
peace,
right.
my friend. All right, but let's move on to the next thing. We only got like 2 matches left to talk about, anyways. SmackDown Women's Title on the line. Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey. This was good, and I can understand. Well, it didn't really go that long, anyways. But the finish of Liv Morgan tapping out and
Ronda get it the pin.
because her shoulders were on the ground, tap first. My friend Steven said this. It's like Taker and Kurt Angle back at No Way Out 2006, because instead of just having Liv Morgan straight up beat Ripley, which we know that probably wouldn't have happened, and that may have been that believable, they have to find a way so Liv could still hold the title and whatnot.
Yeah.
by someone beating Ripley at the same time. Because right after Ripley was pissed off and went back to attacking Liv Morgan and then beat up the referee, and then they ended up sending out Daivari and Jamie Noble to calm the whole situation down. So this was just a way to, it would probably be another match anyways, but I don't think anybody ever believed that Liv Morgan was going to beat Rousey straight up. So I think that's why they went the way they went with this whole thing.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you saw my tweet last night, but I loved it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a beautiful dusty finish. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, you did call it
You
Dusty
couldn't do
finish.
it no better than that. And I had made another tweet before that match had started because for the past two weeks, I don't know if I told you this, but my whole concern about this match was how they were going to book this match. How did they gonna have Ronda run through her, or what's gonna happen here? And they basically had Ronda run through her. Ain't no ifs ands or buts about it. Liv only had probably a few offensive moves here and there, but Ronda was basically running through her. And then she came in, she you know pinned her basically. She did the same. Remember, that's the same type of armbar that she did with Natalia. When Natalia was setting it up. So it
Yep.
wasn't like it was something that it came out of the clear blue and something they just made up. Nah, she does this armbar while people stand it up. So that was I liked how they put that in there because I couldn't believe that Liv was gonna win. Just in a one-on-one, no shenanigans, no nothing. Nah. And so I liked it. I liked the match. It went how it's supposed to have
And I
went.
also said, I was looking at Twitter, Charlotte was going to come back.
Yeah, I thought so too. I really had a strong feeling. I thought Bailey said, Bailey, EO, Dakota is on Raw. You need something to come to SmackDown, do you? So that's how I looked at it. But I think they're gonna save that for SmackDown.
Yeah, I think she'll be back by Friday. But because I actually I probably like Ripley, not Ripley. I feel like Rousey was probably gonna win anyways, just like say give him the dominant fashion. But it's like, nah, they're not gonna let this Liv Morgan, title reign be this short and whatnot.
Because they know the fans gonna come out with pitchforks and torches out there. They don't want no problem with the fans like that, man. They already know the fans are totally behind Liv.
And would you say Rousey is now a heel at this point?
I would say that.
It's best
She
they
got
turn on
frustrated. She got pissed off. She started beating up on the babyface champion that everybody loves.
I think it's best they turn Ripley back to face anyways. Hold on, we got a call coming in, so we're gonna add that call to the thing.
All right, cool.
All right, so caller, you are in. Hello. Kyle, go ahead. I'm just taking this phone call. What you gotta say? Isaiah, your microphone is muted. You gotta unmute your mic. Kyle.
Is that better?
Yeah, right here. I'm right here.
Go ahead.
Yo.
What up?
What up, man?
No, just talking about this women's SmackDown.
SummerSlam. Let's talk about the greatest show of all time, man. I'm just playing. Let's go. Put him in there. I'm closing the door. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about the SmackDown Women's Title match. How that dusty finish. Me and Brace were saying we liked it the dusty finish. That was the only way that you could probably get away with, pinning Ronda Rousey, and without making her look weak, and without taking the title off of Liv Morgan. So that was a great way to put that match together. But now I'm looking at the possible opponents for Liv.
Right.
Do you want to get her the basic entry level opponents like Shotzi, Lacey? You know what I'm saying?
People like
Not
that. Yeah.
not the big guys. Not the big guys. No Charlotte. no Sasha. I mean, not saying Sasha, but I heard that she coming back anyway. But none of the big four. I mean, the big horse women. None of them.
Mm-hmm.
You probably just want to start her off against people like Shotzi and Lacey. You know, those heels. Have her go beat them, and then you probably want to feed her somebody a big name.
Mm. I see that. I see that. Like genuinely, when we were watching it, when I was watching it with my wife, because she's a big, Liv Morgan fan. I told her, I was like, there's no way that she's going to win clean like that.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Liv is great,
Yeah.
but the way that Ronda Rousey is positioned in in our TVs, we know she's not going to just whoop Liv. Like she's not going to whoop Ronda Rousey. Even when she lost, when Ronda Rousey put the ref in the armbar, I was so much hoping she was going to put Daivari and Jamie Noble in that same. I was rooting for it. That's how big she
Yeah, I
is.
would too.
I was like, oh my God, please put Daivari and Jamie in it. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. I was rooting for it. I was yelling at my TV screen. But
I'm
again,
back.
I agree. I agree that should be the only way, because they put her against like Charlotte. You don't want that Rey Mysterio feel back in
No,
2006,
there
where
we go.
There you go. That's
yeah,
true.
There we
you
go.
got the underdog, and you're losing the big people, winning these small little things barely. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the championship. You don't want that. I think like you said, Shotzi's perfect with that.
Mm,
Lacey as well. I don't really remember all the. I mean, Natalia. That could work.
yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, that's how I really think, because I know Raquel Gonzalez. I'm sorry, Raquel Rodriguez. Now ain't going. She's a face, right? So
Yeah, she got paid.
that wouldn't even be that, but they can make it work. I'm pretty sure. I have a feeling that when Charlotte comes back, it's off. It's over with. You know. So I mean, I hate to
Not
say that.
necessarily. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. It's a new regime.
It's who?
See, it's a new regime
That's
out of the
true.
over
Yeah.
WWE. And that's what
Right.
I was trying to tell my brother the other day. I was like, some of the guys that you've been seeing that were getting super pushes and all this stuff, and that we was looking like, man, why they getting so much of a super push? That shit go in.
Well,
You
let's
know
think
what I'm
about
saying?
this though. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I just told my brother, which is crazy because you had that conversation with your brother. I had a conversation with my big brother earlier because he was talking about like Seth Rollins, and like he said, I thought you said Triple H, blah blah blah. You gotta remember, Seth and Charlotte were Triple H's babies. You know what I mean? They were
Yeah,
Triple
back
H's
yeah,
Yep.
babies.
Black and gold.
Exactly,
but
man.
yeah, I will somewhat agree with you on that because like man, Triple H still got the control of it. But I would say like Triple H would know more. I mean, to know not to shove nobody down our throat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. That's what I mean. I agree with that part though.
Yeah,
I
because
agree with. I don't
Charlotte.
He
think
would
he's gonna
he should know
saturate
better.
that.
Right, he should know better not to do that because I don't think he ever did that in a Black and Gold NXT that really shoved people down our throat. It was more. It was like an organic feel. Y'all like it? Like y'all like this guy? All right, cool. I'm gonna give him a push. It ain't like how Vince is. Like Vince, like man, oh I love this guy. I'm gonna get him the biggest push. You ain't gonna never lose. And none of that. Like nah, Vince. I'm glad that Vince is hands off with stuff like that.
Mm. Yes, I don't think we'll get Super Charlotte like we've had in the
Yeah,
past.
I don't
Charlotte
think it's
just
gonna be
straight up murder
super
everybody.
Charlotte, but they're still gonna
It's still gonna be
utilize
Charlotte.
who
She'll be
she is.
dominant. She
She's
will
gonna
be
be very
dominant.
dominant, but we don't think we're gonna see Hulk Hogan, Charlotte.
Charlotte no more. Right. We ain't gonna see Hulk Hogan Charlotte no more.
This is God
I'll be
mode
honest
all
with you.
the time.
I know we haven't. I'm waiting till we get there. I'm waiting till we get there before, because Triple H new regime is already. You can already see the changes. A lot of people
Yeah.
have this
Yeah.
assumption that I heard Vince was backstage, but he wasn't really hands on. He was him and Undertaker. There's a few people backstage. I said Lana was backstage. There's a few people backstage, but this is Triple H's like I'm here moment, and it kind
Yeah,
of showed.
Vince is just there to check it out and kind of oversee things at the same
Nah,
time.
I wouldn't even say oversee. I would say just to kick it. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. just to kick it because they say he ain't had no say so on nothing. A lot of things that we saw last night, I was told was rejected by Vince. Like he rejected the Bailey angle.
Yeah, did I tell you that, Bryce? Did I?
Yeah,
I
he
just
told
said
me that.
that.
Yeah, he did tell me that when we were talking.
He rejected. Yeah, Aaron told me that like this morning. He said, yeah, he rejected. Oh, I shouldn't be saying his name. I'm bad. You posted this. My bad. Anyway, you can edit that out. Look, he rejected the Bailey angle. He the Dakota didn't want to work. It's a lot of things you can just see. Triple H is like, all right, let me go ahead and pull my. He did it, man. He did it. And I mean,
you said Vince hired Dakota back, right?
It was like this. Vince, Dakota did not get fired. Like everybody assumed she didn't get fired.
She walked out.
Yeah, she walked out. Vince was already in the process of trying to bring her back for a main roster run, which she refused. She refused.
Nope.
Yeah, she was refusing that. That's what happened. But that was weeks ago. Weeks ago. But Triple H is like, hey, daddy's in town. It's like my point is he wasn't just hiring back his old black and gold buddies. You know what I'm trying to make that point. It's not like that. You know what I mean? It's more so like the people, the wrestlers, trust Triple H a little bit more than Vince.
Yeah.
So
if
Vince wants you, you're a hot commodity. I don't care. You're a hot commodity if Vince wants you. If Vince wants you, but you don't want Vince, but you'd rather work with Triple H, you're in a good standing. You know what I'm saying? So she's in a good standing. That's what happened with Dakota. And it's Io Sky now. Was I tweaking?
Io Sky. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody said Sky. Yeah, I was wondering that.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. That out of all the name changes, that's the best name change.
Facts, bro.
The best name change.
Facts, bro. That's a fucking dope ass name, G.
The name, yes, it is. Io Sky. Oh, co-player. I like that name. I love that name. I'm like, yeah, that's the best name change out of all of them. And guess what? I don't think you know the difference between those name changes and her name change. It wasn't about Vince.
Yep, that's true.
It wasn't about Vince. So you want to go get no KC Matthews or so.
KC Matthews.
Like you want to go get none of that. Yeah, man.
That's funny you said.
That's a lot of name changes. But going since we're now about to head to the main event, I know they had Kane out there, basically telling the attendance, because I see people already just don't even want to see Kane because everybody wants to be pissed at Kane nowadays and whatnot. But I'm like, he's a politician.
He got a mixed. To be honest with you, since you mentioned that, he got a mixed reaction out there. I don't know about y'all, but I heard some cheers out there, but I heard some
grunts. That's why he moved so quick.
Yeah, a lot of groaning. Like
Also, I was told that attendance record was exaggerated a lot, highly.
Yes, I like to say something about that because I saw some of the photos where they tarped up one side of the
There was photos of that shit.
Yeah, there's photos about that online, like for real. Like that's for real.
They couldn't help themselves for painting the camera all through the arena. They couldn't help themselves because we actually saw some of that empty spaces.
Wow.
I
didn't notice.
I saw a couple of those empty little spots. Like, oh, well, dang! I got the whole section over there, which the concession said.
Because I guess they just had like, all right, Kane, just go out there and say we had like 40-something thousand people when it really wasn't. Probably wasn't really. Maybe like 33,000.
33,000 people, y'all.
That's a lot of motherfuckers, man.
You just sell out that arena.
Well, why they acting like that, man? Why they acting like that? Like
they do that all the time.
It's a ploy to make it seem bigger than life. WWE wants to seem bigger than life. 33,000 people is like wow, but 34,000 people is like wow. It's like that's how you look at it. It's like, come on, bro.
Wow,
that's true. So like they just like we gotta make it look good. That's probably, like you said, that's probably why they had Kane be really fast about saying the whole attendance thing and whatnot.
Well, to me personally, anytime I get to see Kane, like I told you on that Vince McMahon review that we had a while back, a couple of weeks ago. That was the first character I ever seen when I first started watching wrestling.
I put it
So
go
if I was to see Kane, when I see Kane, it's always like a nostalgia hit. Like, man, it's the very first dude I ever seen wrestle.
Right.
True. So like, yeah, it's always cool to see the pyro thing. I still like watching the pyro thing and whatnot. I'm not gonna let his whole, being a politician thing,
He's a politician.
cloud my judgment on being a fan at the end of the day. I don't gotta agree with him on what he says all the time.
No, not at all. I don't have to. Like you said, I don't have to agree either. You don't have to agree.
But I'm
But
not
at
as
the same
mad.
time,
I'm not as
we
mad.
just don't.
Get this. This gonna leave.
I'm not as mad as everyone.
Yeah, me either.
I just like, I don't agree with you, but I'm like, hey, this is wrestling and we ain't talking about politics. That's just he's a fucking politician. He's a mayor. So like, politician, nobody's ever gonna like what a politician says all the time, whatever side you on.
Right. Right. You're gonna piss off somebody. You're gonna make somebody mad.
Yeah,
it's like no matter what.
Someone's gonna get pissed off. So like, he did his pyro thing, so I didn't have much of a problem with it. But now we move on into the main event.
Whew.
The last man standing match.
Ooh-wee.
Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Tractor.
It's a tractor match.
Holy shit, this was balls to the wall right here.
Hey, I want to say, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Can I say something? As I'm walking out my door, hold on, let me say something. Usually, when I watch replays with my wife, since she's like a big fan of like the women, sometimes she wants to fast forward. You want to fast forward through some of the matches, especially like on pay-per-views or whatever. Bruh, she was so engaged. We were so engaged in this match because we thought he was going to kill it. It was such a fucking amazing experience. It was such an amazing experience, bro. As soon as we saw that man walk back and get that tractor, our eyes were glued to the TV. We couldn't. It was an amazing, bro. It was an amazing match, bro. That, in my opinion,
that was a great
so
match.
far. What's the word? In my opinion, I think it's the best last man standing match of all time. In my opinion, I can't think of one that was better than that. I really can't personally.
That was a ball to the wall type of situation. It's so rarely the CD2 guys, it's so rarely the. Hello?
You okay? Hello?
Yeah, my bad. But it's so rarely the CD2 guys selling. It's always a treat the CD guys sell. These guys can sell their ass off. They can make you look like they get their ass handed to them. Both guys. And that's what I like about both of them. When they strong, and they look strong. But when they selling, they're gonna steal to you. Especially Brock, man. If Brock like this match and he loved the opponent, he'll steal. Look at all those matches that he had with Finn Balor and that Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, those matches show you.
Wait, hold on, Kyle. Sorry, there's a lot of wind in the background. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, my bad. I'm driving, bro. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It was a lot. All right, go ahead, Kyle. I couldn't hear you that last part.
Yeah, I said if Brock Lesnar loved this match, he would definitely sell to you. He'll make you look like $1 million out. And that's what he was doing with his Roman time to do his office. Man, Brock Lesnar making him look like he just whooping his ass. There we go. That's what he did.
Yeah, it looked like two people out there basically trying to straight up murder.
And they didn't care what they grab or got their hands. They were gonna murder each other with that weapon in their hand. That match was great.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, that match was amazing, bro. The man lifted up the ring. That's something that we thought about when we were children, bro. Like, what if, bro?
I didn't think he was gonna do it.
Oh my God, bro. I literally thought he was gonna hit him with it. I don't know why I felt like such a kid. Like, bro, he's gonna hit him with the tractor. For I swear to God, I was like, dude, this is gonna be amazing. Brock Lesnar about to kill Roman.
He's gonna murder him for real.
He's that big old country boy.
He jumped off the tractor. He jumped off the tractor.
That's how the match started. With a
I ain't
clothesline
gonna
off the
lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen, I want to say something. I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, damn near. You know, since I was a baby, bro. I haven't had this kind of feeling about a match in a long time, bro. I felt like a kid. Like I was literally sitting on the edge of my bed with my wife right here, bro. Like sitting at the edge of my fucking bed. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
I had a non-wrestling fan with me last night. I had a non-wrestling fan with me last night. Y'all know how those situations could go.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And with the opposite, boy, that man was in this match. He was like, "What?" Once I got him to know who the characters were, I like that's Roman Reigns right there. That's the Rock.
Wait, hold that thought, Cal. Wait, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I say it. You guys there, roll your window.
My window is up. I ain't gonna window down.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear Kyle. That's why. Go ahead, Kyle.
But yeah, I had to explain to my boy who was the two guys that were going against each other. I like that Roman Reigns. That's a Rock cousin right there. He like, oh, okay then. I like, you know Brock Lesnar is, nigga. You already know who he is already. So I don't even gotta explain nothing to you. So he was right there off the bat. He was into it. Then all the little carnage shit was going on. Going through tables, hitting each other with steel Seth. Oh man,
Yeah, it was just insane.
That was an insane match.
Yeah, and you know, I'll say this, you know, just the tractor, the tables, the just Usos getting involved, Austin Theory getting the shit kicked out of him out there. He thought he was gonna cash in, but no, that was not about to happen. And he came out with the case, came out and definitely get back in that time. So Theory just stayed on the ground, but when it got towards the end and the Usos, Roman like hitting with the titles, hitting with the briefcase, like stay down.
Yeah, man. Showing desperation and shit.
Desperation. He said, and when he got back up the last time, like, don't ever come back. You aren't welcome here.
I was like, I was busting up laughing.
The only thing that got me was like the last time they took him down, the count was so fast. I just didn't see the referee count. Like that was a fast ass count. Right. Stop us now.
Yeah. 7, 8. Looking at them like they want to
All right, go ahead.
But yeah, man. Overall, the night was good.
Oh yeah, and Roman retained and won from there. So yeah, he's still the champion. I guess Drew is next in line. I will say this question because you know we're basically towards the end of this thing at this point. You know, do you think we will see Brock again, or do you think this is Brock's, you know, final time here? Because you know, we already know the whole story about him. What happened last Friday? Not last Friday, but the week beforehand, and that he's only going to work the Nets, and basically it's like, hey, if he's gone, I'm gone type of thing.
I believe there's truth to that. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead. You can go first, bro.
I was basically about to say the exact same thing to you. I believe it's the truth today, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
money talks all
Money
the
talk,
time.
man. Bullshit
Money
walk. I
talk.
swear. I swear.
Money talks. And if I
Add some
give
more
you the right
zeros to
amount of
this man
money,
check.
and guess what? He will go. And I see with Brock, the only thing is, so he's not going to be put in a pit in a with Triple H booking. He will put him in title pictures anymore like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna be in a lot of title pictures. I really think he's gonna be in like a lot of matches
Special attraction type matches like Undertaker
there
was.
we go. There we go. Bingo. Special
Exactly.
attraction type matches. I don't really need you in the title picture. To be honest, you don't need him in the title picture. Title pictures is up for your guys who they're full time. You don't reward a part timer constantly with a title picture, you know? With
Exactly.
one
I
of the
agree.
big
And honestly,
one of the
I've seen
biggest paydays.
I've seen enough of Roman and Brock in general. I've just seen enough of it at this point. I didn't really want to see it again in general, but like I said, this was a balls to the wall match and whatnot. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad they finally can move on from this. But I think Brock will be back. Possibly, they just gotta give him the right deal for him to come back right now. Because I guess as soon as when they said Vince didn't have no more power, he was like, "Oh, Vince ain't in charge no more. I'm out. I only do business
His
with him."
next deal is gonna require them to pay him in cash, bro.
Yeah, up front, up front. I want the money up front as soon as I get to the building.
Exactly.
This is how much I want. This is what I want to do.
But here's
So,
the thing, though. Here's the thing with Triple H mind as a wrestler, as a wrestler business type of mind, unlike his father-in-law who had more of an entertainment type of mindset. Do you think Triple H is going to bend over backwards to get this man to come back, like how Vince was? Vince bent over backwards to get him to do these type of matches. Do you think Triple H is going to do the exact same thing? Do you think he will?
No. No.
No, I think there we
nah,
go. There we go.
maybe Nick
No, I
Khan,
think
Nick Khan or
look.
Stephanie.
Probably Nick, yeah, probably so. But he shares that CEO title with somebody named Stephanie, who
Yeah, it's
probably
both.
ain't going to do the same thing. I think she, I think the era that we about to come in now, it's going to be a lot less part timers. It's going to be a lot less matches that we're not going to like to see. Most of, I think we the fans are going to finally start getting what we've been asking for years, damn near. You know what I'm saying? I think we
Yeah,
finally gonna get it.
and I think Brock knows the writing on the wall for him right now of where this
Bingo.
is going to go. I believe. I don't think he trusts them all the way like that. So, I think he's like, you know what? I'm about to get out of Dodge after this. Unless they come up with some form, then maybe we'll probably see him back again. But I think for right now, it's like, nah, he ain't. I don't think he's down with this all the way. Get what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yes, I think that'll be the case with him if he even returns into the future or whatnot. But I'd also like to say I think SummerSlam was good. I still think Monday, even though we saw it at SummerSlam too, we saw the changes here and there. I think SummerSlam was a really good show.
Yes, I did. I really think I think they, you know, did they thing again. Here's the thing though. I I tired of WWE doing this. It's like it's been a bit of pattern with them. The build to the matches, the build to the pay-per-view sucks. You know what I'm saying? If your name wasn't Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns, your build stuck. You know what I'm saying? They built that match. Don't get me wrong. Sure, we knew about that match way before we even knew about SummerSlam. So I man, but WWE always come out with the bangers where they want to entertain you, and they came out with one yesterday.
Oh yeah, this was a banger. Like I said, this was a hell of a match, hell of a
My
fucking
bad. My bad.
You all good, but yeah, this was a hell of a match though in general. So I think it was it was a damn real good show, very good pay per view, in general and whatnot, for SummerSlam. So
I agree.
I'm glad they can move on, and Drew is next in line for the title now.
Can I say something? Look, because I remember we had this conversation earlier this year, Bryce, and I don't remember who was with, but we had a conversation. We was like, the year began with Triple H being damn near ousted, and they blaming him for losing the fucking war and all this extra shit, man. Basically, like, oh, and he had a heart attack last year. There's a lot of things that were painting at Triple H, like, oh, Triple H is the reason that NXT lost, quote unquote, lost the war and etc. Now look who's on top laughing, man. Because I don't think he's just gonna switch it and make WWE NXT, like NXT light or anything. I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. I think Triple H is doing a really good job, and we'll do a good job incorporating what made the main roster so special and important to everyone, while incorporating the things that he realized that we didn't enjoy. That comment, "We hear you," like when they said that, like back then, I was like, okay, that's cat, bro. We hear you. Like when Tony Khan said that, we hear you. I mean, I don't want to say I don't believe him. I believe him sometimes, But regardless, though, it's like I believe that he's listening, man. I think he wants us to. He's not as stubborn as Vince McMahon when it comes to putting out. Today was proof, man. I mean, yesterday was proof. I'm sorry, yesterday was proof. The man is listening. He's ready. He's going to be able to incorporate. It's not going to be just the black and gold, which is what a lot of people assume it might be. It's not. It's not exactly. I doubt it. I doubt it's going to be the black and gold. I think it's going to be something entirely. I'm excited, but I ain't gonna lie.
I am too, and that's the crazy part about. I am super excited, and you just don't know, bro.
Exactly.
I've been excited since this news been out, and I've been excited.
Right.
And like you said, I don't think he gonna go back to. He gonna go back to a black and gold like product. I think he gonna still keep what, like you said, keep what made Raw and SmackDown special. And he just gonna add on the necessity, the dick. All right, hold on. I'm gonna say this. He gonna do what we wanted Vince to do with the NXT stars. What they got called up. He gonna do that with them.
I'm excited.
That's true. Because I will say this also. I think Triple H is gonna prove also again that he's gonna be a better booker than I think Tony Khan, because even people brought up to me, they said Tony Khan should probably be kind of worried right now. Even a few years ago, when this whole little Wednesday night thing, like when this little Wednesday night thing happened, because yes, AEW was new at the time, but I still thought Triple H was a better booker of NXT at the time of the show. Everybody was just excited for AEW because it was new at the time and whatnot, and everybody watched that more. I never say NXT Black Gold was bad. It was excitement.
My bad, Bryce. I'm sorry.
but yeah, it was excitement though. I have to say that. And because I still think NXT during the little Wednesday night battle, I still think it was a better book show than AEW. But now since he has control of the main roster now, I think he's gonna prove it now again that he's a better booker than Tony Khan. And just kind of retracting what Isaiah had said earlier. Yeah, I don't think all these, he's going to hire back all his black and gold buddies. I think some of them may jump shit back. I honestly,
I agree.
Believe that.
Keith Lee probably that definite. I ain't gonna lie.
I think some of them. I think
people
like back.
Yeah, people like Keith Lee gonna wait for his contract over. He gonna go back. He real talk.
He going back.
I don't think like
Undisputed Era.
I don't think they going back. See, there we go.
Adam Cole's in a good position, man. And Red Dragon.
That's those his boys over there. I mean, those his legit guys. So I think he gonna have a lot of fun over there doing what he doing at AEW, no matter what the situation is. I think he really can. He got his boys over there. He got a girl. So you know what I'm saying? I think
Keith Lee a different story.
Continue.
Because I could see a lot of guys going. I think Cross may be back now. Maybe Andrade. Because let's remember, when a lot of these guys did leave, they all did praise Triple H mostly. when they
Mm-hmm.
left. But now I guess with him being in charge now, I'm kind of thinking like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys now end up kind of going back. Like the only person I see. Oh, all right. Just let me finish this. I'll let you go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like the only other person I don't ever see really going back to the WWE is, and I know he commented on this recently, is CM Punk. Yep, because I think two things will happen, and I'll say there's two things will happen. Either Triple H will prove himself to be really good and whatnot, or CM Punk is once again a fortune teller, and he will be right about what does he say years ago? The idiotic daughter and the doofus son-in-law will start running things. So two of those things can go either way. So I'm just saying.
Right. I comment on that real quick. And I love me some CM Punk, but let's be factual here. He kind of like speaking from emotions when it comes to that. Like now, like it's coming from emotions because I don't even think that CM Punk thinks Triple H will do a bad job. I mean, think about it. I don't think he even thinks that shit. I don't think there's too many people who think he's gonna do a bad job. You know what I mean? To just put that in that. But I wanted to I ain't even gonna talk too much about CM Punk because we can go on a long thing. Listen, I want to say, first of all, AEW in reality is not even really, and I don't want to make this controversial when I say this, but this is what I realized because I like AEW, but it's not really a fair competition for WWE. And the reason I say that, AEW is a wrestling company through and through. But when you think about wrestling, you think when you tell somebody wrestling, first thing that comes to their mind is WWE. That's like when you say, "Oh, I'm finna Skype you." When you say finna video chat somebody, you finna Google something. When you're searching something, wrestling has entered that stratosphere with WWE. Nevertheless, I just want to get that around. A lot of people I don't think a lot of people coming back. To be honest with you, because if Vince did not want you, and you go somewhere else and prove and kind of how can I say this? Like we made the conversation, Bryce, about Andrade. It was like, oh man, maybe Vince was right about Andrade. Not saying he was completely right, but he Andrade booking and it's so not everybody deserves to be the guy. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't deserve to be the guy.
Because even I said with some of these guys that were gone, I said maybe Vince was right about some of these guys.
Exactly.
Even I had to say that, and he was right.
Everybody don't have the it factor. Everybody don't have the it factor. If everybody had the it factor, it wouldn't be called the it factor.
Amen, you know brother.
So it's like,
that was good. That was well said.
I'm sorry that Vince didn't see anything in you or anybody else see anything in you, and you are a good hand, but at the same time, sir, you just a good hand. And that's it. You ain't gonna draw any money. That's basically what Vince would make. And see, when Vince mindset, he was thinking about always drawing money. That's what his mindset was. But and so if he didn't see it, he just didn't see it. You can't change his mind. And there's only a couple of people that changed his mind. Cody is one of them.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's true. Definitely Cody. Cody definitely proved himself.
Like people like Cardona. No, you ain't. You not changing. You ain't even changing the regular wrestling fan man about who you are.
Right.
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? He's still Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. Woo woo woo.
Yeah. Like some of these guys, you still see the same.
Right. And so but I wanted to talk about AEW right quick. The competition every day. And I went bro right here. Yeah. I'm definitely with you. It ain't a fair competition, but here's the thing. This is the reason why I say it ain't a fair competition. Because WWE got some of the best in the world. Literally.
Literally, bro.
Literally, these are the best of the world that people can find. That they can find. AEW don't have that. And see, while Punk is gone, MJF is gone, and who else is gone? Daniel Bryan came back already. But,
he got back. He's back now.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Those two right there, that's your money. That's your money. That's your real money right there. They gone. You don't know how to really, and you gonna go against Triple H and his booking skills. That's not gonna. That's not gonna look good for real. That's not gonna look good.
Yeah, that's true. Shit, people walked out of Rampage. I heard the other night. They walked out. that story was actually true.
And that's on both divisions. Speaking of what you were just talking about with walking out on Rampage, that was the women's division match. Both divisions, WWE got that on lock of both divisions. I'm sorry, even in the mid card, even in the lower mid card, they got some of the best. It doesn't matter. It's like I can't wait to see this because I don't think anybody can say that AEW can like hold a candle to any of the wrestlers that's on that roster.
Yep, and I'm gonna say this too before you get up out of here. And I think with fans now, I feel like they're now gonna turn back to WWE because before, don't get me wrong, AEW is new and people still want to watch and they like AEW. But last time there was a lot of disgruntled WWE fans that went because they got tired of AEW and they hated Vince so much. But since Vince is gone now, you have nothing to bitch about now. So I think a lot of those people are now gonna go back to watching WWE because like y'all liked NXT, you like Triple H, you like his booking, so you're gonna turn, you're gonna go back now. And I feel like it's already been seen on the internet. I've already seen it. So a lot of people now want to go back. You see now people want to go back to the WWE all of a sudden now. Like a lot of fans like, oh, Vince not in charge. Oh, I can go back and watch this now.
And see, the reason why we were disgruntled back in those days, why we were disgruntled, because this what we would see on a regular Monday Night Raw. All right, Monday Night Raw will start out with a 20-minute promo. No matter who it is, it's still going to get boring after a while. You can have The Rock out there, and after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I'm ready for him to lay the smackdown on somebody. So I don't right. So that format was boring as hell. Then you go into a match, then you have a good match. You'll have a Theory versus Madcap Moss or something like, oh shit, man, it's the future of the business. Near the end of the DQ. What? Come on, man. You can't even give me a win. Then not only that, then you have part-timers coming in and beating up the real stars. I know y'all remember Goldberg versus Bray Wyatt. Come on now, man.
Yeah.
Like Goldberg versus KO. I know we remember this stuff. Did we want that? No, we didn't want that, man.
No, we ain't want that.
Nah.
And so that's why we were so disgruntled. We was like, we tired of seeing this stuff, man. We tired of seeing part-timers coming in, whooping the main guys and taking their title, making them look weak. We tired of the 20-minute promos every goddamn week. We tired of all these talking segments constantly throughout the whole show. It's more talking segment than the guys wrestling in the ring. And then when they get to wrestling, it might be a count out, it might be a distraction, it might be a DQ. It's like we tired of seeing this, man.
Right. I second that motion.
I get you. I get a lot of those points you just said through most of them, whatnot. So there's some strong points right there. But overall thought on SummerSlam, just in general, what would y'all grade it just before we get up out of here for real?
Phenomenal. It was eye-opening. It was very nostalgic, if that makes any sense. It was...
Yeah, man, very nostalgic.
Man, I don't need to explain it, man. It was really good.
Damn great show. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It was really good. So I liked it. We'll see what happens next and everything to wherever this company is going to go right now. So like I say, it's a big change right now, especially now that Triple H is in, creative and Vince is not in control of, creative right now. I'm not gonna say. Well, I guess I should say the whole company, but then again, like he still has 80% majority shares. Still his company at the end of the day. So hey, don't be surprised they go to input or consult from him. But hey, that's my take on that. But he'll be back. But I still see that happening. But other than that, overall. Really good show. So, y'all got anything to plug before we leave?
Nah, I don't. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go. We gotta go do this music video. Make sure y'all search up Kyng ZAYAH, KYNG.ZAYAH. We got a music video coming out August 4th, which is my birthday. Make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be a link in the bio or the description or whatever the fuck we're gonna put it at.
All right, Kyle, you got anything to leave off with?
Oh well, yeah. Just follow me on Twitter. Straight face 40. Yeah, that's about it.
Let's go.
All right, gotcha. So yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys then. Peace. Next probably big show if whatever review happens.